After election night, the majority of federal candidates managed to hold on to their seats in BC, with some races still too close to call. But the Conservative Party suffered a handful of losses in the Lower Mainland, including some candidates who fought against a bill that would ban conversion therapy, indicating to some a rejection of candidates that have socially conservative values.
It's a shift in terms of social attitudes in the suburbs in Metro Vancouver. Places that were long thought to be, more conservative suburbs have a shift to the left parties.
What we saw was a rebuke of attitudes that aren't inclusive towards LGBTQAI2S+ community members.
The ridings of Port Moody, Coquitlam, Steveston, Richmond East, and Cloverdale Langley City all saw their Conservative MPs lose their races. While the losses give her hope, Dr. Catherine Jenkins says it's depressing to have people in office that deny the rights of queer and trans people.
A lot of the people that probably were involved in a lot of these campaigns on the ground were probably queer people and trans people who were very mindful of the attacks that came from these particular members of Parliament that weren't supportive of banning conversion therapy.
Shortly before the election, a collective of LGBTQIA2S+ groups wrote an open letter to the Conservative Party demanding the party and its members clarify their position on banning conversion therapy. The Conservative Party states it opposes the practice of changing a person's sexual orientation, but 63 of its 119 members voted against Bill C-6, which was seeking to end the practice. Human rights lawyer Dustin Clout was one of the signatories of the open letter.
Several of the MPs, in particular Miss Jansen, and now likely the former MP from Cloverdale Langley City, needed to be held accountable for some pretty inappropriate behavior that went on in terms of her comments in the House of Commons, calling lesbians unclean, calling folks who in support of conversion therapy bans hypocrites.
While problematic views still exist, advocates have noticed a change towards more acceptance in more areas.
We used to have LGBTQAI2S+ people living in Davie Village specifically, and now, most communities are accepting enough that we can live hopefully anywhere.
In Vancouver, Kier Junos, City News.